Welcome back, Beatles fans. Today we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and debated tracks from Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Was it really about LSD or just a child's drawing? From Lewis Carroll to Elton John, this song has a fascinating history full of hidden detail. So, let's put your knowledge to the test with 30 lesser-known trivia questions. Keep track of your score and comment at the end. Only true Beatles experts will hit 30 out of 30. Question 1. What sparked the title Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds? A. A dream John had. B. A drawing by Julian Lennon. C. A newspaper headline. D. An LSD trip. Answer. Julian's school drawing of his friend Lucy inspired the title. Question 2. Who was Lucy in Julian's drawing? A. Lucy Vaughan O'Donnell. B. A Beatles secretary. C. A TV presenter. D. A fictional comic book character. Answer. Lucy was Julian's classmate at Heath House Nursery School. Question 3. Which classic book inspired much of the song's imagery? A. The Wizard of Oz. B. Alice in Wonderland / Through the Looking Glass. C. Lord of the Rings. D. The Wind in the Willows. Answer. John borrowed surreal images from Lewis Carroll's writing. Question 4. Which Beatles member suggested the lyrics Cellophane Flowers? A. John Lennon. B. Paul McCartney. C. George Harrison. D. Ringo Starr. Answer. Paul suggested Cellophane Flowers, and John added Kaleidoscope Eyes. Question 5. What comedy group influenced lines like Plasticine Porters with Looking Glass Ties? A. Monty Python. B. The Goons. C. The Marx Brothers. D. The Two Ronnies. Answer. John was a huge fan of the Goon Show's absurd humor. Question 6. What unusual instrument did George Harrison add to the recording? A. Sitar. B. Tambora. C. Mellotron. D. Sarangi. Answer. Harrison's tambora drone gave the track an exotic atmosphere. Question 7. Which organ did Paul play for the song's opening? A. Hammond B3. B. Lowry DSO Heritage Deluxe. C. Farfisa. D. Vox Continental. Answer. The Lowry organ gave the intro its magical bell-like tones. Question 8. What was unusual about the first recording session on February 28, 1967? A. They used a sitar orchestra. B. They spent 8 hours only rehearsing. C. Ringo played guitar. D. They recorded outdoors. Answer. They rehearsed all night without capturing a proper take. Question 9. Who was present in the studio eating baked beans on toast during recording? A. John Lennon. B. Mal Evans. C. Ringo Starr. D. George Harrison. Answer. Ringo shocked a Life magazine reporter by eating beans instead of caviar. Question 10. Which recording technique was heavily used for the psychedelic effect? A. Flanging. B. Echo chamber. C. Backward masking. D. Overdubbing horns. Answer. They used automatic double tracking with tape speed tricks. If you're scoring well so far, give yourself a pat on the back. But here's where it gets tricky. Question 11. Who joked about replacing lover with cauliflower while writing? A. John Lennon. B. Paul McCartney. C. Ringo Starr. D. George Martin. Answer. John often filled in silly placeholder lyrics when stuck. Question 12. What year did Elton John's cover of Lucy hit #1 in the US? A. 1969. B. 1974. C. 1978. D. 1982. Answer. Elton's 1974 version with Lennon guesting topped the charts. Question 13. What unusual request did John make to engineer Jeff Emmerich during mixing? A. Swing him on a rope around the mic. B. Record underwater. C. Use Ringo's snare as a vocal filter. D. Add whale sounds. Answer. John wanted to simulate a Dalai Lama vocal effect. Question 14. Which mix was made for the Yellow Submarine film but never used? A. A version with nuclear fission jokes. B. An orchestral-only version. C. A reggae version. D. A children's choir version. Answer. A bizarre alternate mono mix replaced John's vocals with spoken lines. Question 15. Which instrument doubled John's voice in the middle section? A. George's guitar imitating a sarangi. B. Paul's piano. C. A mellotron. D. A violin. Answer. Harrison copied John's vocal phrasing on guitar to mimic Indian music. Okay, we're halfway through. How's your score so far? Ready for more deep cuts? Question 16. Which Beatle directed John to sing quicker during early takes? A. Paul McCartney. B. George Harrison. C. Ringo Starr. D. George Martin. Answer. Paul acted like a vocal coach on multiple takes. Question 17. How many attempts were made at creating the mono mix on March 2nd, 1967? A3, B7, C11, D20. Answer. The team tried 11 mono mixes before settling on the best. Question 18. Which later release included take 6 of the song? A. Anthology. 2. B. Past Masters. C. Beatles for Sale reissue. D. Love. Answer. Anthology 2 gave fans an early glimpse of Lucy. Question 19. Which 1999 album featured a fresh stereo mix of the song? A. Yellow Submarine, song track. B. Beatles 1. C. Anthology 3. D. Love. Answer. Yellow Submarine, the song track mix offered stunning clarity compared to 1967 stereo. Question 20. Which 2006 remix combined Lucy with Tomorrow Never Knows? A. Anthology mix. B. Love. C. Let It Be. Naked. D. Blue Album 2010. Answer. George and Giles Martin created the mashup for Love. Question 21. Who joined Elton John on stage in 1974 to perform Lucy live? A. John Lennon. B. George Harrison. C. Paul McCartney. D. Ringo Starr. Answer. Lennon kept his bet with Elton at Madison Square Garden. Question 22. What pseudonym did Lennon use on Elton's recording? A. Dr. Winston O'Boogie. B. Reverend Johnny. C. Sir Bagism. D. Mr. Mustard. Answer. Lennon cheekily credited himself under his humorous alias. Question 23. Which food inspired a shocked reaction from a reporter during recording breaks? A. Baked beans. B. Fish and chips. C. Curry. D. Sausages. Answer. Ringo's beans on toast snack wasn't rock star enough for reporters. Question 24. In which year was Lucy first officially released as a Beatles single? A. 1967, B. 1973, C. 1996, D. 2009. Answer. A special red vinyl jukebox single in 1996. Question 25. Which 2017 release brought a remixed stereo version patterned after the mono? A. Sgt. Pepper 50th Anniversary. B. Love. C. Beatles 1+. D. Yellow Submarine Deluxe. Answer. Giles Martin and Sam O'Kell remixed the track in 2017. Question 26. What odd background sound appears faintly in early takes? A. Paul laughing. B. Studio chatter. C. Teacups clinking. D. A phone ringing. Answer. Paul bursts out laughing during take 4 on Anthology 2. Question 27. Which Lennon quote about the song shocked fans in 1980? A. It was really about Yoko. B. It was all Paul's idea. C. We wrote it as a joke. D. I never liked it. Answer. Lennon claimed the girl with kaleidoscope eyes foreshadowed Yoko. Question 28. Who said Lucy was just a period piece years later? A. Ian MacDonald. B. Philip Norman, C. Hunter Davies, D. Bob Spitz. Answer: Ian MacDonald dismissed it in Revolution in the Head. Question 29. Which tragic event reconnected Julian with Lucy O'Donnell years later? A. Her death from lupus. B. A Beatles tribute show. C. A Lennon art exhibition. D. A Sgt. Pepper reissue. Answer: Lucy's passing in 2009 inspired Julian to release a tribute song. Question 30. Which magazine ranked Lucy number 19 in their Greatest Beatles Songs list in 2010? A. Rolling Stone, IB, NME, C, Mojo, D, Billboard. Answer: Rolling Stone put it at number 19 in a Beatles special issue. And that's it. 30 questions on one of the Beatles' most psychedelic classics. How many did you get right? Comment your score below and share this quiz with your fellow Beatles fans to see if they can beat you. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dive Beatles trivia. Until next time, picture yourself in a boat on a river and keep celebrating the Fab Four.